Never one to sit idle. Elizabeth Holmes has shaved 2 years and 4 months total off of her 11-year prison sentence. Holmes was convicted of multiple counts of defrauding investors out of millions and millions of dollars as CEO and founder of Theranos. And the 11 years that Holmes was sentenced to, well, last July, she had 2 years knocked off of that sentence, and just recently another 4 months. So Holmes's new release date is August 16th, 2032. Think twice when you hear people speak about Elizabeth Holmes, because you will hear a lot of people blame Silicon Valley's fake it till you make it culture for what Elizabeth Holmes did. They will blame her motivation on things like wanting to restore her family to his former financial glory. There are a lot of excuses out there. And Elizabeth Holmes, well, her defense was she's the young, naive girl who was manipulated by her older lover, Sonny Balwani. That's bullshit, in my opinion. All of it is bullshit. In reality, Elizabeth Holmes, as a little girl or as a young lady, she told her family the truth. She wanted to be a billionaire. And Elizabeth Holmes, of course, wanted everything that came with being a billionairess. She shared the stage with some of the most brilliant people in science. She had dinner with and meetings with the leaders of nations and the former leaders of first world nations. And Holmes was known to name drop. When people tell you that is Silicon Valley's fault, that Elizabeth Holmes actually put on the market a machine that she claimed with one drop of blood could forewarn a patient about illnesses as serious as cancer, giving people a better chance to fight and survive or even prevent those illnesses. Keep in mind, Elizabeth Holmes told her family and everybody why she did it. She wanted to be a billionaire. When someone tells you that Elizabeth Holmes did what she did out of anything but pure greed, remember what Elizabeth Holmes' former employees said that it was like to work for her, how unreasonable she was, how dishonest she was. Remember the whistleblowers who described a campaign led by Elizabeth and Sonny Balwani of intimidation, terror, financial ruin. Elizabeth Holmes was a girl boss. According to her, she wanted to break glass ceilings. She wanted to keep little girls interested in science, and she wanted little girls to know that not even the sky is the limit. And the minute that Elizabeth Holmes is scam, because that's what it was a multi-billion-dollar scam. The minute that scam was found out, Elizabeth Holmes, well, she went right back into the very stereotypes that she said she wanted to help break to create more girl bosses. She blamed Sonny Balwani. She said that she's the young, immature college student and that every misdeed that she was charged with, well, she was forced to do it or it was done by her older lover. Younger people, men and women included, are manipulated by older lovers all the time. That wasn't the case here. I'll end with this. I don't think that Elizabeth Holmes will be in a federal prison until August 16th, 2032. I think that Elizabeth Holmes, I think she's not going to stop until she shaves every day off of her sentence that she possibly can. It's only natural for a condemned person, for an incarcerated person to seek their freedom. And despite Elizabeth depending on the age-old defense of, he made me do it, well, in her own way, she really is a girl boss. She's just not the type of girl boss that she wanted to be. I'm curious though. Tell me, what do you guys think? What do you see Elizabeth Holmes doing for a living once she's a free woman? Liz is no one's victim. She is not a victim of her own blind ambition. She is not a victim of the former riches that her family enjoyed. She is not a victim of Silicon Valley. She is not a victim of the unicorn theory. She is not a victim of Sonny Balwani. What Elizabeth Holmes was greedy, and she's not going to stop until she's out of that prison. I don't believe that Elizabeth Holmes will be in prison until 2032. Tell me, what do you think? Do you think that Elizabeth Holmes was a victim of blind ambition, Silicon Valley, Sonny Balwani? Or, like me, do you think that it comes down to plain old greed?